Hello everybody and welcome back to another Marvel Crisis Protocol panel to play reveal breakdown. We did Man-Thing, I want to say earlier this week, and today they have decided to show off Nova, so super exciting stuff here, and yeah, this is going to be my first look at him as well, so I'm very much looking forward to this. First of all, that's a really cool angle to do this model picture at, so that's pretty neat. But yeah, really nice looking model. I'm excited to get this in my hands and paint it up. We got some background stuff here, and then we scroll a little further and we get to the thing that we all really care about here, which is the stat card. And yeah, let's go ahead and jump right into this. I'll make it a little bit bigger for you guys there. And he's coming in as a 5 threat, alright, nothing surprising there. I think he could have been a whole range of threats and I wouldn't have been too shocked. He's got 4 for his defenses, so even across the board. 7 stamina, size 2, and a long mover, so he's going to be a faster character, and I think that was a small base. Yeah, that's definitely a small base there. So, yeah, he's going to be fast, but nothing too insane. He's not immediately a safe grab or anything like that, so that is a thing. He's got 3 attacks here. Okay, let's go through these. So the first one is his Nova Burst attack. This is a range 2 5 dice energy attack. After the attack is resolved, he's going to gain 1. It's got a wild throw. Looks like it's going to be size 4, and it's going to be away small. So, yeah, I mean, that's really good. Always having, throws on just free attacks turns out really good. Size 4, again, also really good. So, yeah, that's a solid attack. He's also got a range attack here. This is a range 4 6 dicer called Gravimetric Cannon. After this attack is resolved, this character will gain 1. So he's all gainers so far, and it looks like his last attack is a spender. So that's going to be his primary way of gaining power on his turn, at least, unless we have superpowers or something. Has a automatic push for any size, away small, but you do have to deal damage. Okay, so not automatic. No dice triggers, but you do have to deal damage. On a 6 dicer, that's pretty good, though. And then you got a Wild Shield Judgment. Oh my gosh, Judgment. Nobody hands out Judgment. This is amazing. Okay, cool. Not the most consistent trigger in the world, but still, cool. I'll definitely take that. His spender here is Light Speed Lance. This is a 5-cost spender. It's a Beam 5 7 dice attack. Okay. After all attacks generated by this attack are resolved, place this character within one of the last character targeted. Okay, that's kind of like the Logan beam, I think. And then Wild Push to push the target away small after each attack is resolved, so that one goes individually. That's kind of cool, because the way that works is you can kind of decide on the order of that if you want to push them or place first, so you can get the extra distance with the push, or you could just kind of place off where they are and then send them away if they're like on a point or something like that. So that's pretty cool. But it is after each attack is resolved, so only the last one, I think, lets you actually have that agency. The other ones, you'll all have to push as you roll the dice against them. So still not bad to have that as an extra option there. The next thing down on his card here, we have Faster Than Light. This is a 2 cost, and it's also going to take an action. This character makes an attack action. After the attack is resolved, place this character within range 2 of itself. This super can be used only once per turn. Interesting. So it's like a hit and run, but it's a place 2 instead of an advance, which, I mean, for him is just kind of worse because his advance would be long, and he's already got flight. But still, cool. Hit and run is a solid superpower, and yeah, that's pretty decent. His next superpower here is Xandarian World Mind. This is a X-cost superpower. When this character or an allied character within range 3 makes a defense or dodge roll during the modified dice step, he can spend up to 3 power. For each power spent, this character or the allied character may reroll 1 of its defense or dodge dice. This superpower can only be used once per turn. Okay, so yeah, pay X, reroll X. It is only defense or dodge, so not going to help you with your offensive things, but still probably pretty solid. And then the last actual superpower he has here is Nova Force. After this character makes a move action during its activation, after the effect is resolved, it gains 2 power and may remove all special conditions from itself. Okay. Add 3 dice to the next attack roll made as part of a Nova Burst or Light Speed Lance attack made by this character this activation. So that is either his one with the throw here or that beam. Oh my gosh. Next attack roll. Okay, so it doesn't apply to the entire beam, but still, your first one hitting for 10 is pretty good. This character can be affected by this superpower only once per turn. Okay, so if you somehow have ways of moving more than that, then that is a thing. Yeah, okay, that seems pretty cool. I mean, you get to, this is just a no-cost thing, so Mega move action, you're a long mover, so getting into range 2 is very, very reasonable, and now suddenly you're throwing out 8 dice wild throws, and those feel really, really good. So yeah, I like that a lot. He's also gaining 2 power for that, so that's going to help him get up to that spender a lot more frequently. That means turn 2 you can have it, because no, because you have to do a move action, so you can have the power for it turn 2, but you won't be able to actually make the attack unless you made an attack in round 1. Yeah, I think that's how that works. Unless you gained a power in round 1 from anything, you'll have the spender online round 3. Otherwise, you could get it round 2 if you're playing on like Infinity Formula or something, or you're just able to get an attack off. So yeah, that's pretty solid. Then he's got Flight, which we mentioned earlier. I kind of just assumed he would have that, and Immunity Incinerate, which is a nice immunity to have. He's an interesting character so far. Yeah, I like what I'm seeing. I'm not 100% sure how he's going to feel because the action compression on him is a little weird. But yeah, I like the general idea of what he's going for here. He's going to kind of be like a Juggernaut in the sense that most of the time he probably wants to move and then punch something. His beam attack is amazing, so yeah, there's that. But yeah, let's see what else they've shown off for us here. Scrolling down just a little bit, I was kind of just skimming through their descriptions of his attacks and things, and one thing I think is interesting is they mentioned Web Warriors, which I don't think we had it confirmed whether or not he was going to be in the affiliation, and this doesn't necessarily confirm it, but I think it kind of points in that direction, so that's pretty cool to see. And also, I'm just realizing I don't have to actually pause the recording here. His injured side is right here. And as far as I can tell, he's the exact same. Just at first glance, I think it was 7 stamina before as well. Yep. So yeah, I think he's the exact same on his injured side. If anyone notices anything different, feel free to let me know down below. But as far as I can tell, nothing's changed here. All right, so pulling away from the idea that he might end up being affiliated Web Warriors, it also mentions A-Force here, which I think would be very unlikely for him to be affiliated in, but just kind of mentions that he can potentially be able to do power things a lot more easily in somewhere like A-Force with She-Hulk's leadership. And I actually really agree with that. I do think A-Force would definitely be a really solid home for him if he wasn't competing with Cosmic Carol. But yeah, power leaderships in general, this guy's going to love them. Being able to do that spender more often, because that is a amazing spender. He could be interesting in like Inhumans or something like that as well. So yeah, I think that's definitely an interesting kind of start to theory crafting where this guy is going to go best. All right, now we get into the first tactics card they're showing off with this document. That is Veterans of the Annihilation War. This is an unaffiliated reactive card that's played, looks like, during the power phase. Gamora and Richard Rider, so if we get future versions of Richard Rider, we can play it on future versions as well. So they both have to play it. This round, Gamora gains the following superpower: World Mind Uplink. When this character is defending against an attack or making a dodge roll, it may reroll up to 2 of its defense or dodge dice. Okay, that's like better Spidey sense. Cool, fantastic. And then Richard Rider gains the following superpower: Star-Crossed Strike. Oh my gosh, really? When this character makes an attack, if there are 1 or more wild results in the attack roll, it may change a die result to a hit. Wow. Okay. It's only this round. Okay, it took me a second, because usually these, like, a lot of the cards that do stuff like this are permanent. That's really good. I mean, there's no cost to that, and if you're getting that beam off, God, if you can somehow get that beam off twice, with your wilds effectively counting as 2, unless you're rolling really hot, that's so good. And then, I mean, just giving Gamora defensive tech is also really nice, but really, I think, I think Mr. Nova here is benefiting a little bit more from that. That is super good. Yeah, I love this card. I mean, team-up cards are always kind of iffy on whether or not they're actually going to be good, but I really like this one. The timing on it's great, too. Power phase, so even if your opponent's got priority, you're fine. Yeah, I'm totally here for this. I mean, also just kind of giving, Gamora a little bit more of a spotlight, where in an affiliation where weirdly enough Gamora is one of the weaker members despite being a fantastic model. So I'm super down for that. Yeah, that's awesome. Alrighty, and here we have his other tactics card being shown off here, which is Call for Backup. I believe there's only 2, but I could be wrong. If there's a third, I will be very, very excited. But yeah, Call for Backup is another unaffiliated card, and it's active. During his activation, Nova may spend 3 power to play this card. Okay. Choose one of the following. Move along, citizen. Choose a secure objective token within range 2 of this character. Push each enemy character contesting that objective small. Okay, that's just really good. Yeah, this objective is mine now, and all of your models are out of position. Sure. Alrighty. And then he also has stop. In the name of the law, each enemy character that is holding an extract objective token gains the slow special condition. Just each. No range. That's also really, really good. This card is really, really good. You're playing against like Web Warriors, and this is just going to put a halt on their plan. Also, if he is Web Warriors affiliated for all webbed up turn, that's going to be crazy. I mean, even if he's not affiliated, that makes him a decent splash there. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, this card just seems really good. Maybe 3 power is considered too much for it or something. I don't think so. I think his power generation is going to be extremely consistent for this because he can move, make a single, well, 8 dicer, and automatically gain the one he needs to be able to do this. And actually, he doesn't even need to make the 8 dicer because he just has the 3 power. Yeah, this is a great card. This is a really, really good card. Cool. And scrolling down just a little bit further, it does look like that is the end of this panel to play here. But wow, this is a really exciting panel to play. I mean, Nova was a character I was kind of just like, he'll be cool. He'll be in Guardians. I play Guardians. I enjoy Guardians, so I'll probably play him and hopefully enjoy him. And at first, honestly, reading through his card, I was a little down on him. I think he's going to be too power hungry to really make too much advantage of Xandarian Worldmind here. But then I got to Nova Force, and it completely flipped my opinion on this character. I think he's going to be really, really cool. He's going to play in a really interesting way. He's going to kind of be like a Juggernaut, but with a little bit less bulk and a little bit more damage. Super down for that. Yeah, I just think he's really, really cool. And then I got to his tactics cards, and I love both of these tactics cards. I think these are really, really cool, and I mean, Guardians wasn't hurting for good tactics cards, but they're going to have some choices to make with including these cards in their rosters, because I think Nova's going to be a model that's going to see the table, and I think these cards are both going to be cards you consider playing. Specifically Call for Backup. I think Call for Backup's going to be like a really, really good card. But Veterans of the Annihilation War, I mean, I hope that means I get more excuses to put Gamora on the table, because Gamora's a ton of fun, and this is just really good. So yeah, that's definitely going to be something I try out in the future. But that is going to do it for this panel to play. Let me know what you guys are thinking on Mr. Nova here down below. Very, very curious to hear what everyone's thoughts are. I'm super excited. I didn't expect to be this because I did about Nova, but he seems really, really fun to play. So I'm looking forward to putting him on the table and seeing how he plays out. Kind of a shame, well, not a shame, probably a good thing, but kind of a shame that Research Station is restricted with this card coming out, because this would be so good for it. It is only secures, but if you like stack it with something else that, you know, like an E or an F shape where there's another objective under the Researcher, this would be insane, but again, probably for the best. But yeah, I'm really excited about this character, so I hope you guys are as well. Definitely let me know your thoughts down below. Anything catching you by surprise here? I don't know the character super well from comics or any other media, so there's definitely things that I could be missing that are like, oh, that's a really cool nod, or oh, why didn't they do this? So always curious to hear what you guys think. But that's going to do it for my portion of this video, so I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please do drop a like down below. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. We do reveal things like this whenever they are available, and we also have much more discussion-focused content on the weekdays, and we got some battle reports on the weekends, so if you're a fan of any of that sort of thing, feel free to jump on in. But that's going to do it for now, so until next time, have a great day, everybody. Peace.